Socrates was just about the greatest teacher that the world has ever seen. He died just over 2,500 years ago, and in fact his death informs the way in which we should think about punishing criminals today. That seems incredibly unlikely. Socrates used an interrogative method of education, that is, that he taught people to question everything. Unsurprisingly, the elders of Athens found this deeply distressing. What they found was that the youth of Athens didn't accept any of the legacy positions of their society. Socrates was accused of corrupting the youth, and they brought him to trial. At that trial, he robustly defended himself to no avail. He was sentenced to death. What happened next is very important, because what happened next was that they invited him to offer an alternative punishment. Now that is quite clearly an interesting idea. It means that the person who has been convicted accepts their guilt and, reflecting on their position, their personal position, can then say what a suitable punishment is. Socrates outraged the Athenian judges. He suggested that he was given a reward. When that was immediately rejected, he then said, well, okay, we'll have a small fine instead. That astounded them, shocked them, and caused them to be outraged in every possible way. But nonetheless, they offered him a third opportunity. And that third opportunity was to accept exile. So he was going to accept exile or death. He chose death. But death, by this matter, was in fact assisted suicide. He sat in a warm bath and took poison. The poison was provided for him by the Athenian authorities. In other words, what he did was chose his punishment. The punishment was death. It could have been something else, but he chose not to have that. Does this help to inform the way in which we treat our heinous criminals? Perhaps they too should be offered the opportunity to have assisted suicide rather than a whole life imprisonment. Thank you.